Good zip on that one as he just throws it by him for strike one.
I'll tell you, we're in the later stages of this ball game, but his fastball is still coming out of his hand with plenty on it.
Fastball called strike 1-2.
If I'm the guy in the batter's box right here, I have to take a step out, adjust my batting gloves, take the pull side out of it, because that was 3 fastballs in a row.
Got him. So that's the second out of the inning, and he's 7 outs away now.
It's been a rough game for him at the plate. Couldn't get the bat off his shoulder right there, and he struck out twice before that. So he's going to have a lot to think about when he leaves the ballpark tonight.
With Merrifield next to hit. As he'll take a look at a strike on the outside corner, it's 0-1.
One of the keys to pitching late in the game's first pitch strikes, and this guy's rolling along. So far, over 70% of his first pitches have been for strikes.
Now the 0-2 pitch.
That's a ball.
That misses, says the home plate umpire. 1-2. Where it misses, I'm not quite sure. And that misses 2-2. And he struck him out to retire the side, so he's through 7 complete, still working on a masterpiece. Royals go down 1. Stepping in, Yohan Moncada. He lined out in his last trip, so looking for better fortunes here. Starts things here with a changeup for a called strike. Now a shot out toward the alley in right center. He's around first, heading for 2. And the White Sox get something going here. It's a leadoff double.
You could tell he was thinking fastball all the way here, and that's exactly what he got. He was able to get the bat head out front and pull it into the gap into right center. Now they're set up pretty nicely for a good inning after that leadoff double.
Popped him up. Merrifield over to his right. 1 down. So here's the cleanup hitter, Matt Davidson. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Swing and a miss way behind the big fastball.
This is the stuff that infuriates a manager. You have to think the game. You got to know he's trying to pitch around you. You cannot swing at that pitch out of the zone.
1 ball, 1 strike to count. And did he go around? No, he did not. Ball 2.
Well, those were a couple of close pitches right there in the inner part of the zone. Hitters will tell you, pitches in that location are tough to do anything with.
Easy there, big fella. 2-2. comes back with one down and in for ball 3.
Well, that two-seam fastball ran a little too much off the plate, but now that sets him up to work with something away and maybe even an off-speed pitch.
There's a line drive out toward the gap in right center. He's in at second safely, as also on the play a run comes across to score.
Nice piece of hitting right there. Didn't try and do too much. Fastball, middle cut, places it right back where it came from.
Here comes the first pitch. High in the air out to center field. Burns is back, and he'll get there to make the play for route number 2. Throw back to second, and that's a double play. White Sox pick up just the one. Not too many more shots left. Home half of the 8th coming up. It's the White Sox 11 and the Royals nothing. Here's the catcher, Salvador Perez. He starts off the inning against a guy who struck out the side last inning. How did they get to him here?
I'm not sure, Matt, that they want to stay as patient. He's been throwing a lot of strikes. They might want to start swinging a little bit earlier in the count.
A ball and 2 strikes to the Royals catcher.
I love a well-executed changeup, especially one down in the zone. The only problem throwing it in that situation, you leave that belt high or miss your spot just a hair, and you could have some problems.
And he struck him out for the first out of the inning, but perhaps more importantly, he's 5 outs away now.
Matt, just about everything he's doing is working. All of his pitches, great command, great location, and the big key, with 2 strikes, he's attacking the zone.
And he throws the fastball by him here, 0-1.
Man, this has been a game filled of a lot of swings and misses. Not very many confident swings, and this team up there, they'd swing at a butterfly right now if it flew in front of the plate. Lots of swings, lots of misses, a lot of ugly at-bats for this team right now.
Got him. 4 outs away from his date with history. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Fastball down near the shoe tops. 2 out, nobody on. Left it up in the zone, but it's a strike, 1-1. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Delmonico waits on it, and that retires the side. KC down in order. Ready now for the White Sox, Tim Anderson. He'll start things off in the top of the 9th as they look for a little insurance. Hit fairly well out towards straightaway center. Burns is there. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. Next up is the sneaky pop of Nicky Delmonico. It was an RBI double for him in his last turn to the plate. They'll try and entice him with a high fastball, but he wouldn't commit. It's ball 1. And he gets around on one and hits it high and deep to straightaway right. And it's gone as they add still another. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. First home run of the campaign for him as the blowout continues. So that was the 3rd home run for these guys today.
D-Row, some days the fellas walk in with their hitting shoes on, and this looks like one of those games.
Yeah, but there's a saying going around the dugout right now. There's a fight at the bat rack. Everybody wants a chance to get into that batter's box.
Standing in now, Leury Garcia. Orlando waits on it, and that's the 2nd out of the inning. Ready for another shot now, Tyler Saladino. Hit the ball pretty well in his last at-bat, but it resulted in a line out. Now a swing and a miss. Took something off that one, and it's strike 1. With this one almost in the books, the story was clearly the long ball. What are your thoughts on this offense, fellas?
Well, Matty V, I don't know what your thoughts are, D-Roll, but boy, when the weather starts to warm up and the ball starts jumping out like this, it's clear that the pitchers need to start making.
Here's the left fielder, Alex Gordon, starting things for his side in the 9th as they face the improbable odds of trying to come back in this one.
Yeah, not a lot of hope for them at this point. These guys know these bats still count, at least for their own stats. You can't mill in your chances as a professional.
That's lifted the other way out to left. Delmonico waits on it, makes the play, 1 away. Here's Alcides Escobar, the shortstop. First offering on its way. A high fastball is in there. 1 out, nobody on. Chased a low ball there, and he's quickly down in the count, 0-2.
He's feeling it out there on the mound, just getting the ball and throwing it with a lot of confidence right now.
Soft liner towards first. Oh, and the perfect game is erased in the 9th. So there'll be no visit to the record books here in this one, as after 8 1/3 no-hit innings, they finally get to him for their first hit of the ball game. Rats.
Such a tough one as a pitcher, D-Row. 25 outs and then to give it up with 1 out in the 9th.
I'll tell you what, from an offensive standpoint, you don't want to be on a team that gets no hit, without question. You're going to do everything in your power to mix in and knock, and that's exactly what they... But tip your hat right there. The guy has thrown the heck out of the ball tonight.
So he ran the fastball by him for the punch-out. Michael King goes down, and they've got only 1 out left to work with. Billy Burns is in with 2 away as he takes a ball, 1-0. A ball and a strike.
I think he's pitched better than anyone really expected in this one. He's done a real nice job, but someone...
Throw on to second for the force, and the ball game is over.
Wow, you could feel the electricity in the air when the 9th inning started. Everyone could feel how close to history we were, but he gives up a hit and loses the no-hit bid. Man, that hurts. He just has to shake it off now and enjoy this one-hitter just the same. Great effort either way.
12-0, the rather convincing shutout final score. The Palehose played in an even dozen runs to come out on top today. Carlos Rodon.